Hey, I'm NichBoy and welcome to Pocket, and today we're checking out the Paladins beta. Paladins is a new team-based shooter from Hi-Rez Studios of Smite and Tribes fame, and it seems like we're smack bang in a sort of renaissance of team-based shooters with Paladins, Overwatch, Battlecry, Battleborn, Dirty Bomb. They're basically all trying to take the throne away from Team Fortress 2. Let's see how Paladins fares. Select your champion. I should just select someone.
Cassie.
Blast shot. Send your bird into the sky, revealing enemies and increasing damage. Quick reroll in the direction you are moving. Hey, Cassie. Barrack. Deploy a barricade that provides cover. Build a turret that fires at enemies. Guided rocket charge. I'm gonna take her. I got a horse. I can only take the brown one.
Can I help you with something?
I want the other horse, but I'll take the brown one. So you can't help me. Okay, so there are 8 possible characters that you can pick. People had sort of locked in pretty quickly, so I'm going with a ranger. I always go with a ranger, and it's always a bad idea because they're so squishy all the time. And I'm not particularly good at shooters. And here's where Paladins sets itself apart. There are cards that you pick that give you sort of buffs and extra abilities and stuff. And you get a new card every time you level up. And you can create a deck or just use pre-constructed ones at the beginning of a match. So here I have a 50% chance to knock back enemies, slow enemies by 40% for 3 seconds, or deal 200 damage and knock up nearby enemies when you dodge roll. Let's go dodge roll thing. I probably shouldn't have spent all that time talking to you guys. Just left my bros to go do their own thing. Let's go this way. So, the design is, I mean, it feels kind of smitey, right? Oh, I jumped off the horse. It's sort of very simple and blocky and cartoony. I think it feels nice. I think it feels like other things that I've seen. I should probably get off the horse now. That robot! Robot! Oh, robot! Okay, he obviously had some sort of shield. Why do so I keep pressing shift because I want to sprint and she keeps jumping on a horse. Okay, what if I got blast shot, Q, E is scout. Oh, you knock them out, you don't kill them. Oh no. Oh no. Dodge roll. Dodge roll. Dodge roll! Q! Dodge roll! Okay, we're all mounting up. Yeah, it's interesting that even the mobility stuff has a cooldown. Like, there's not just sort of a simple roll dodge move. That is a skill. I've got a new card. Oh, I have to do this in the middle of a battlefield? Increase your movement speed. You deal 60% damage after standing still. Yeah.
Father's boat just got a bit more on.
Stand still. Just be a target.
Ally slain.
Yeah, this is giving off a real sort of PvP in an MMO kind of vibe. It may be because I'm just running around constantly holding a bow and arrow, but you know, you've got horses and the skill shotty sort of stuff, just wildly firing. Ammo doesn't seem to be a problem. Oh, Gary. Is it Gary or Geary?
Destroyed an enemy gate.
Yeah. Oh, is that heals? That looks like sweet heals.
You have been slain.
Not sweet enough. So it's objective based. The idea is you need to destroy the entrance into the enemy's base, and you do that by pushing forward a sort of war machine turret sort of thing. So you need to keep pressing the attack if you're the attacking team and get your war machine to their base door. The respawning, I respawn back in my base. It's a long ride back to the fight when I know I'm just gonna die again. I like my bird though. I should use that bird more. Okay, attack this thing. Kill it. Kill it, it's going for our base. Okay, so by gaining sort of map control, by capturing an objective, they've spawned a siege machine, and then that thing goes off to attack our base. And up the top here, you can see, my understanding is these are the 3 sets of doors that are protecting our base, and we have lost half of one, and we've taken down 1.5 of theirs. And our gate just went down. I saw that I had a card available. 50% chance to knock back enemies, slow enemies by 40% for 3 seconds. All these cards seem to be passives. So a 40% slow for 3 seconds. Is that every time I hit them? Because that's crazy. Oh, the shield. Get out of here. Oh no, I killed the horse. Oh, the turret is taking down our machine. Okay, shoot the gate. Too easy. I truly am a paladin. Yeah, cool. I got 7 kills. 5 deaths. Oh no, I got 4 kills, 7 knockouts, 5 deaths. So this is the scoreboard. Let's just take a look at the cards that I had to see what was actually going on. So, lift off. Deal 200 damage and knock up nearby enemies when you dodge roll. So that's attached to my dodge roll ability. So my dodge roll was on like a 7-8 second cooldown, and this is like an augment to my dodge roll. So my dodge goes on a 7-second cooldown, and then that goes on a 40-second cooldown. So then I can continue dodging while that 40 seconds ticks over, and then when the 40 seconds is up, then my next dodge roll activates it again. So then the other one, this one was just a buff to my normal weapon, and then trauma was a buff to my sort of, my Q weapon, my blast shot. So these people had more cards because they obviously leveled up more. So these cards were randomly drawn out of a deck of random cards that were given to me. And there is an option that isn't available in the beta at the moment where you build constructed decks. So you have a deck of cards, and then every time you level up, randomly the game will pull 3 cards from that constructed deck, and you get to pick. It won't necessarily pick the cards that you want at that time, but you will have put all those cards in the deck yourself, so you'll know what you're actually getting. And the card system is actually way deeper than I thought it was. You've got the card collection here, so the game just default gave me 110 cards, so 15 or so for each character. So each character or class has their own set of specific cards, and they have like 30 cards, including legendary cards. Exhaust rocket boots leave a trail of flames behind you that deals 600 damage over 3 seconds. These things are actually really, like, game-changing, I guess. You travel 100% further with your rocket boots. So you can really customize a character, yeah, using your whole weird Hearthstone card game in here. And then if I go back to Vault, you can craft cards as well. And I got a chest from the last game, which I'm guessing gives me more cards.
It's an epic!
There we go. Increase the width of your lightning beam by 6%. Oh, it's almost overwhelming with the amount of augmenting you can do. I guess the good thing is that it doesn't change your core abilities, it just adds things to them. So it's not like you're constantly learning a bunch of new abilities. You're still activating the same abilities, just other stuff is happening around that. So it's not as overwhelming, I guess, when you're actually on the battlefield and suddenly you have all these skills that you need to learn or something. The game sort of builds itself as a team-focused shooter. It felt to me more like it was kind of like an arena mode in an MMO. I think it was a combination of, the map was really big, and you sort of throw in a bunch of characters, but because of the space, you need to really stick together. The map wasn't designed where you can sort of go into buildings and there's little areas where you go, oh, once I learn how this little area of the map works, then I can set up like a perfect sort of kill corridor. It was more like, here's a tree and I just need to sort of ride around that tree. And it kind of played more like under 6 soccer, where you sort of, the whole team's just following the ball, and the ball in this case is the objective. You just need to capture that point so that then that siege machine comes up and then you can follow that. It was kind of like, it was just this one fight just sort of moving around the map, and everyone was just in one small area of quite a big map. The shooting itself felt fine. It was, you know, it was totally serviceable for what needed to happen there. I was using the bow and arrow, so it's, you know, famously not the easiest thing to shoot, but I feel like the accuracy, it had a bit of splash damage or something. So accuracy-wise, it was a little forgiving, but it felt totally fine. The cards are the really interesting thing about this, and I am keen to play some more to see how much they change up the game. I feel like once you start to learn the best combination of cards for a certain playstyle that you like, then you can really start putting together a deck that would be great. And I think from a competitive sort of esports scene, looking in from the outside, it would create a lot of opportunities for weird plays and moments where there's a lot of discussion of like, oh no, they lost that game because either they built their deck incorrectly, or probably what would happen more often, the cards that they needed weren't drawn at the time that they need. So there's a little bit of randomness there, which is fun in that sort of competitive scene. The game doesn't come out until next year, but we're lucky enough to get access to this limited hours closed beta, and I like the fact that companies are now doing these kinds of betas for these kinds of games, particularly these multiplayer competitive games, which balancing is everything about it. It only means that they are a stronger game when they come out. So I'm going to continue playing and help make Paladins a better game. Until next time, NichBoy out.